Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Rahayu Kumala Cahya, and here I will explain to all of you what is comparative and superlative, and I will also tell you how to make comparative and superlative sentence. And okay, let's start. So the explanation: comparative and superlative. This is a comparative adjective. What are comparative adjectives? Comparative adjectives are used to compare differences between the two objects modified. Example: larger, smaller, faster, higher. They are used in sentences where the nouns are compared. Formula: nouns plus verb plus comparative adjective plus than plus noun. Example of sentence: the cat runs faster than the dog. The characteristic of a comparative sentence. First, most one-syllable adjectives and adverbs take the ending "er". Second, two-syllable adjective ending in "y" form the comparative by taking the ending "er". Third, other two-syllable adjectives use more plus regular form to make the comparative. Fourth, most adverbs of two or more syllables must use more plus regular form to make the comparative. Fifth, other or more syllable adjective must use more plus regular form to make the comparative. How do I make comparative adjective? The way we form comparative adjective depends on the adjective. For one syllable adjective, we add "er" to the end to make the comparative form. The example: old, older, hard, harder. With short vowels, we double the final consonant before adding the "er". Example: big, bigger, hot, hotter. With adjective ending in "y", we add an "I" before the "er". Example: dry, drier, happy, happier. For the syllable or longer adjective, we keep the adjective the same but add more in front. Example: boring, more boring. Most of these adjectives in "ly", for example, carefully, efficiently, recently. There are also some irregular forms that don't follow these rules. You will have to learn that separately. For example, the comparative form of "where" is further. The comparative form of "bad" is worse and of "good" is better. Example of comparative adjective. First, trains are more expensive than buses in London. We are comparing two forms of transport, trains and bus. Expensive is a three-syllable adjective, so we keep the adjective the same and add more before it. Second, Hannah is taller than Jen. We are comparing Hannah and Jen's height. Tall is a one-syllable adjective, so we add "er" to the end. Third, fruit is healthier than chocolate. We are comparing two different types of food. Healthy ends in "y", so we add "er" to the end of the adjective. Fourth, Max is better at math than David, but is worse at math than Sarah. We are comparing Max's ability at math to David and then to Sarah. As good and bad are both irregular forms, we use better and worse. Superlative adjective. What are superlative adjectives? Superlative adjectives are used to describe an object that is at the upper or lower limit of equality. Example: the tallest, the smallest, the fastest, the highest. In other words, they describe extremes. They are used in sentences to compare three or more nouns. Formula: noun plus verb plus the plus superlative adjective plus nouns. Example: bears are the noisiest birds in the jungle. The characteristic of superlative sentence. First, most one-syllable adjective and adverb take the ending "as". Second, two-syllable adjective ending in "y" from the superlative taking the ending "as". Third, order to syllable adjective use most plus regular form to make the superlative. 4. Most adverbs of 2 or more syllables must use most plus regular form to make the superlative. And the 5th, all 3 or more syllable adjectives must use most plus regular form to make the superlative. How do I make superlative adjective? To form superlative, you need to follow similar rules to those above for making comparative adjective. For one syllable adjective and two syllable adjective ending in y, we add else to the end of the adjective. Example: of, of, with short false without the final consonant before adding the else. Example: big, biggest. And with adjective ending in y, we add an I before the Example: friendly, friendly. For the syllable or longer adjective, we keep the adjective the same but add the most in front. Example: boring, the most boring. The irregular forms in comparative adjective are the same for superlative adjective, so the superlative form offered is the furthest bad becomes the worst and good is the best. Example of superlative adjective. First, trains are the most expensive transport in London. We are comparing trains versus all other forms of transport. Expensive is a 3-syllable adjective, so we keep the adjective the same and add the most before it. Second, Hannah is the tallest person in her family. We are saying Hannah is taller than everyone else in her family. Tall is a 1-syllable adjective, so we add s to the end. Third, grapefruit is the healthiest fruit. We are comparing grapefruit to all other types of fruit. Healthy ends in y, so we add is to the end of the adjective. And the last, the fourth, Max is the best at maths in his class, but is the worst at science. We are saying that Max is better at maths than everyone in this class, but is worse at science than everyone in his class. As good and bad are both irregular forms, we use the best and the worst. Okay, thank you so much, guys. That explanation of comparative and superlative. I hope this video can be useful for all of you. I end this video by saying wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.